Good morning, Unity of the Keys. It's great to be with you guys this morning. Sorry we are not there in person, and we definitely want you to know how grateful we are for inviting us and for allowing us to be part of your service, even if it is virtually. So for those of you who are not familiar with the way that we kind of do this, we are going to weave together a message and music to give a full experience. And I build a message, a talk around 3 of Bob's songs, and it will integrate the meditation, the message, and of course the music. So that's why we call it a message with music or a message in music. And for today, we are calling this talk When No One is Looking. And Bob is going to kick us off with a song called Kiss God.
When no one is looking, I swallow deserts in clouds, and I chew on mountains, 'cause I know they are sweet bones. No one is looking. I sip from the cool summer sky, and I savor the blue of it, and their colors of mine. When no one is looking, no one is looking. I wanna kiss God. And so I lift up my own hand to my mouth. No one is looking. Yeah, I call forth the thunder and the rain, and I lasso the sunshine, and it warms the blood in my veins. But no one is looking. Yeah, I talk with the flowers and the trees, and I tell them my secrets, and they listen to me. Looking through me can see, and I feel everything it feels me when I'm all alone in my own sweet home. I can hear the silence calling me home. Yeah, calling me home. Yeah, when no one is looking, I blow off the dust from the Milky Way, and I polish off the stars, and the dust on my fingers is my own. When no one is looking, yeah, I paint smiles on faces with frowns, and I swipe a little lip from a joyful child who's holding my hand. When no one is looking, I breathe in with you, and I feel sweet relief, and I hold the mystery closer than I hold my beliefs.
when no one is looking. The poem that inspired Bob's song was written by the Sufi poet Hafiz. When no one is looking, I swallow deserts and clouds and chew on mountains knowing they are sweet bones. When no one is looking, I want to kiss beloved and just lift my own hand to my mouth. As with all the mystical teachings, there is such depth to this writing, and Hafiz doesn't hesitate to get right to the point. This writing is one that puts the observer in solitude, in silence, in stillness, in a state of contemplation with the higher self. In metaphysical symbology, deserts represent the subconscious, and clouds represent the mind of God. So imagine what it means to you to swallow your subconscious and to swallow the mind of God. The act of swallowing means that the body has to digest something. The body, or the conscious three-dimensional world, determines if it's nourishing, if it tastes yummy, if it agrees or disagrees with your system, if it's healthy, if it's poisonous, if it's waste. So again, I ask, imagine swallowing your subconscious, the parts of you that you deliberately buried or unintentionally forgot or misplaced as valueless or brought into this life through generational experience. We often have a sense of what thoughts and limitations and beliefs might be hanging out there, what we need to work on, work through, and work out. What would your consciousness do if it could swallow all of that energy? How would your physical body react to that feast? That, to me, is quite an interesting perspective on what we carry and how it might be feeding our soul. We so often recognize our subconscious as carrying our wounds and our fears and our pain. On the flip side, our subconscious also carries the innate qualities of universal love that we are here to remember. And all of the opportunities and circumstances that make up our everyday lives, the clouds that come and go every day, they're all pieces of the mind of God, of universal intelligence, of the innate qualities that we are wired to seek within ourselves and from others. Love, hope, joy, peace, cooperation. What would your consciousness do if you chose to swallow all of that energy? How would your physical body react to that feast? Hafiz goes on further to talk about mountains and bones. In metaphysical symbology, mountains represent a higher spiritual consciousness, a higher spiritual awareness, and bones represent eternal truth. The act of chewing requires the conscious body to break down food in order to begin the digestion process. But we get to taste the flavors and feel the textures of our food. We then decide if it is something we simply enjoy, something we spit out, or something we allow into our body for nourishment and maintenance. By chewing on mountains, the wisdom of a higher spirituality, we get to taste what our next iteration of spiritual potential can or might be. What does that new awareness bring to your consciousness? How would that feed your spiritual growth? How does your three-dimensional body want or not want to integrate that potential? Mountains are the sweet bones of this planet. They carry the eternal truth of creation and of the cosmos. The spiritual potential offered by the Apus, the mountain spirits, is broken down with every bite into the dust of eternal truth for our soul. The truths that remind us who we really are and help us remember love. Love within us, love around us, love outside of us. That is when we're able to recognize ourselves as the piece of that all-encompassing love, when we can lift our own hand to our mouth and know without a doubt that we are kissing God. As we shed the visual senses by closing our physical eyes, we become more closely aligned with the greater vision through our third eye. As we work through our lessons and strip away from the pains of the human form, we can then expand that vision with the mind's eye. As we learn to soften and accept our soul's journey as this human form, we are able to remember the universal truths through the eyes of the beloved. The everything that is felt by us and the everything that is felt as us. When no one is looking at me, what is looking through me can see, and I feel everything, and everything it feels me. With that reminder so beautifully and poetically woven into Bob's song, Kiss God, I want to invite you into a meditation. And as we sink into that meditation, I invite you, I deeply, deeply hope that you start with that beautiful connection to your recognition of God within you, as you, through you, and because of you. Your existence is that piece of that universal love. So as you connect with that beautiful, beautiful thread of the divine, knowing that as you lift your hand and kiss the back of your hand, you are kissing God itself. I invite you to close your eyes. I invite you to receive your breath. Allow your breath to activate the center, the core of you that knows with no uncertainty, on absolute certain terms, that you are exactly what is inside and is everyone else around you. Receive a breath. Consider bringing joy. What does that feel like? Consider bringing peace. What does that feel like? Consider bringing compassion. What does that feel like? Consider bringing love. What does that feel like? And I invite you to merge all of those feelings, however they showed up for you when I spoke those words, merge all of those feelings into a beautiful, beautiful, whirling, swirling, twirling ball of energy. And see that energy in the core of your being. Expand that from a ball of energy and create a light beam of energy from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Allow that energy to consume you. And send that just outside of your physical body into the bubble that surrounds you, your energy field. Fill your earth womb, as I call it, with all that divine energy, and feel your body come into alignment. Come into congruency with that divine nature.
We breathe in melody. We sing in harmony. And we bathe in frequency. And we dance to the drum of life's magnificent song. And we sing to the Most High, and we sing it as one. We are writing the next verse, the next beautiful verse of this one and all song. We dream in melody. We love in harmony. We believe in frequency. And we dance dance to the drum of life's magnificent song. Our voice is the most high, and we sing it as one. We are the next verse, the next beautiful verse of this one and only song.
As you feel that presence, the harmony, the melody, and the dance of that universal love within you, I invite you to plant that in that beautiful beam of energy that we created from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Feel the presence of the one and only song. Feel the presence of the one and only. Feel the presence of the one. Feel presence. And slowly I invite you to pull that beam of energy, of light, back into a ball and place that in your heart. Allow that to be seated in that beautiful space, that beautiful feeling center. And as you receive your next breath, I invite you to slowly come back into the room. Feel whatever is beneath you. Feel the presence of the room around you, of the people around you, of the pets around you. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and open your eyes. As we become the melody of the universe, as we experience the harmony of the universe, as we vibrate as the frequency of the universe, we come full circle to remove the perceived separation between individuals. We know that our work here in these bodies is to serve, not to simply serve our own needs, not to serve a political party's agenda, not to serve someone else's expectations of who we should be. We must serve humanity through our melody, our purpose, through our cooperation, our harmony, through our integrated oneness, our frequency. How do we serve the universe? Great question, right? First, we recognize that the wiring within each of us is the same. Science has proven that over 99% of human DNA is the same from person to person. That truth itself spans cities and countries and cultures and beliefs, religions, ethnicity. The less than 1% that remains is what makes me look like me and what makes you look like you. And for me to have my crazy personality, and for you to have your own unique personality. But the common, universal nature is inherently the same across the board. How do we serve the universe? We open up to share our vulnerabilities and fears, our dreams and celebrations. We share, we get real. We reveal our internal findings about ourselves. We connect. We share because that might just open the door to someone else's healing and expanded expression. We share because we give ourselves permission to be part of something much more elevated than our human life. And that gives others permission to enter that level of consciousness with you. We dance. Can we dance on our own? Absolutely. But ultimately, we know it is much more experiential to dance with someone else. To lead, to follow, to feel, to create, to inspire. Is it scary? You betcha. Heck yes. So then why would we dance? It's part of our nature. It is what increases our ability to blossom into our full human potential and affect the collective human potential. Voltaire once is claimed to have said, God is a comedian playing to an audience too afraid to laugh. Replace laugh with whatever is holding you back from sharing your true self. God is a comedian playing to an audience too afraid to, what's your word? Too afraid to what? That thing that prevents you from serving what you intuitively know to be the highest good in any situation throughout every moment of each day. I want to start wrapping this up by sharing a poem called The Dance by Uriah Mountain Dreamer. And if you are comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. I have sent you my invitation, the note inscribed on the palm of my hand by the fire of living. Don't jump up and shout, yes, this is what I want. Let's do it. Just stand up quietly and dance with me. Show me how you follow your deepest desires, spiraling down into the ache within the ache. And I will show you how I reach inward and open outward. To feel the kiss of the mystery, sweet lips on my own, every day. Don't tell me you want to hold the whole world in your heart. Show me how you turn away from making another wrong without abandoning yourself when you are hurt and afraid of being unloved. Tell me the story of who you are and see who I am in the stories I live. And together, we will remember that each of us always has a choice. Don't tell me how wonderful things will be someday. Show me you can risk being completely at peace, truly okay with the way things are right now in this moment, and again in the next, and the next, and the next. I have heard enough warrior stories of heroic daring. Tell me how you crumble when you hit the wall, the place you cannot go beyond by the strength of your own will. What carries you to the other side of that wall, to the fragile beauty of your own humanness? And after we have shown each other how we have set and kept the clear, healthy boundaries that help us live side by side with each other, let us risk remembering that we never stop silently loving those we once loved out loud. Take me to the places on the earth that teach you how to dance, the places where you can risk letting the world break your heart. And I will take you to the places where the earth beneath my feet and the stars overhead make my heart whole again and again. Show me how you take care of business without letting business determine who you are. When the children are fed, but still the voices within and around us that soul's desires have too high a price. Let us remind each other that it is never about the money. Show me how you offer to your people and to the world the stories and the songs you want in our children's children so that they remember. And I will show you how I struggle not to change the world, but to love it. Sit beside me in long moments of shared solitude, knowing both our absolute aloneness and our undeniable belonging. Dance with me in the silence and in the sound of small daily words, holding neither against me at the end of the day. And when the sound of all the declarations of our sincerest intentions has died away on the wind, dance with me in the infinite pause before the next great inhale of the breath that is breathing us all into being, not filling the emptiness from the outside or from within. Don't say yes. Just take my hand and dance with me. We know that just as I am, so are you, and so we are. I need to know and be me. You need to know and be you. We need to know and be us together.
What's the eye behind the eye? I am. And who's the me behind the eye through which I see? Am I the watcher? Is there something else that's wanting to be seen through me? See, I've accumulated all these things. They're artifacts, possessions, names. They try to tell the tale of me, but I am holding on and thinking there's a little bit more to the story. Well, I know I'm not the name you say, the things I own, the roles I play. I know there's something breathing me. And if you take away my name and you take away these things, you're left with only awesomeness, the essence that I came here with, the everything. To listening to these whispers in my ear. You might call me crazy, but you know you do it too. 'Cause you know that there's a voice behind the voice in you. But I know I'm not the name you say, the things I own, the characters I play. I know there's something breathing me. You take away my name and you take away these things, you're left with only awesomeness, the essence that I came here with, the everything, the I am. that I am life's reflection, soul-bound collection, pure reflection of all that is divine. Well, I am love, it's what I'm of. I am above, I am below. This much I know. Well, I am love, it's what I'm of. I am above, I am below. This much I know. I am this moment, I am that moment. I'm everywhere, no beginning, no end. And it's weeping in you, breathing in me, this ever-present everything I am. Well, it's weeping in you, breathing in me, this ever-present everything I am.